Charles, only the one practice session for you today. Not a lot of running in that session, but P1. Feels like a positive way to end the day.
Yeah, because I only did one lap on the medium, then straight away a lap on the soft, and it was feeling pretty good. So it's a good it's a good sign when it starts like this. So I hope we can have a great weekend from now on. But it's true that also Mercedes looked very strong. I don't know what happened exactly in FP2. They looked a little bit less strong compared to FP1. So we've still got a lot of work to do because we'll be fighting with them this weekend.
Traditionally, this circuit hasn't necessarily been one of Ferrari's strongest. What's different this year?
We'll wait before saying that it's a strong circuit for us. We still have to prove it tomorrow in qualifying, and then time management will be the biggest thing this weekend. And we know that we have to be prepared for that on Sunday. So we'll do our best.
Going into this weekend, there's still so much to play for. Second in the Constructors' Championship, potentially fourth in the Drivers' Championship for you as well. What does that mean to you coming into a weekend like this?
The fourth place in the Drivers, absolutely nothing. The second place in the Constructors, though, is nice. Honestly, I would really like the team to be second at the end of this weekend. We've had a tough season, and everybody deserves it. They've worked like crazy in order to bring the upgrades earlier, and yeah, it will be deserved to be in second at the end of the year. So we'll do absolutely everything for that. And then in the Drivers, honestly, I don't have too much hope of finishing fourth. If this happens, then good. If not, I don't really mind. I just want to win that championship as soon as possible.
As you said, work to do tomorrow. How tough is it knowing that the only practice session you have remaining isn't representative of either qualifying or the race?
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky weekend. Yeah, I think we are going to go into the race with as much information as we do on sprint weekends, maybe, where we have very little info. So it's going to be very interesting, and we'll try to maximize the little information we have. But normally it's one of our strong points, so I hope we can take advantage of that and beat Mercedes.
Where's the focus from you now after this session? Obviously the battle in the championship is with Mercedes, but is the focus on McLaren, is it on Red Bull, or is it solely on yourselves?
On ourselves. We are trying to focus on ourselves, try to do the best job possible with time management tomorrow. As I've already said, I think it's going to be the biggest thing this weekend. So we'll focus on ourselves and try to work on that.
So Max, I guess that was one of your lighter days out in the car today because obviously you missed FP1 and the session was so disruptive in FP2. How did you find it? What could you learn at least today?
Well, yeah, not so much. I think also from our side the balance was very off. A lot of understeer, a lot of jumping. So definitely a few things to figure out for tomorrow.
We saw you were quite keen, I think, at one point to get out of the pit lane and try to squeeze through. Were you quite nervous that you could definitely get through?
Yeah, they have to move. I mean, they're all driving slow, and I want to go out because, you know, we're all limited on time, and they just keep on driving in the middle. And then when I tried to pass, they tried to squeeze me in the wall. So, yeah, a bit silly.
How are you feeling about the rest of the weekend with the limited running or limited learning, at least, that you managed today?
A lot to figure out for FP3 to be good in qualifying, but we'll see.
Is this kind of an example of how you might have to not take a gamble, but you might have to take a bit more of a punt on an angle or direction with the car when you haven't had all of that learning with the car?
Yeah, but I also didn't expect it to be so far off, you know, so that's also a bit of a question mark for us. I mean, we're still P3, it's not too bad, but balance-wise, I think it can be a lot better, so we'll try and have a look what happened there.
Lando, I know not ideal for anyone with how disruptive FP2 was today, but from what you learned in your only session in the car, how was it?
It was decent, messy of course. Just not many laps today. I think like 5 push laps in total. So not the Friday that I would want, especially just from an FP2 perspective and trying to make up laps on everyone. And I just felt like I lost even more. But I got comfortable and confident very quickly, which is always important on a day when you miss FP1. But yeah, I got confident quickly and could push on it. The car was performing pretty well. Few things to look into, but otherwise a decent day.
So from those 5 push laps that you got and the car feeling good, you leaving optimistic for the rest of the weekend? Because I know that you guys felt that this circuit should suit your car a little bit more anyway.
Yeah, I mean, for just one session today, I was happy. The car was obviously quite quick. Definitely a bit to define. I think it's just very close. It's going to be very close here tomorrow in qualifying. So 1 or 2 tenths is easily 5-6 positions come tomorrow afternoon. So. It's not that, if you're first or last today, I don't think it really matters, but it's trying to find the little things tonight that can make a big difference come tomorrow. So we're in a good position. Definitely, we're more comfortable and confident than we were in Vegas and a few other races, but not many like high fuel long run laps that I managed to get in today. Actually, 0. So a little bit behind from a long run perspective, but maybe I can make up for that tomorrow.
So Logan, 2 incidents in second practice left you with reduced running time. Do you feel that affects you going into the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get any low fuel laps there in P2, at least for my side. But I think most importantly, we have a car that seems pretty good on high fuel. For sure, a bit quicker than where we are on low fuel at the moment, so we need to try and close that gap, figure out what we can do there. But yeah, the car feels like it's in a good place. I feel like I'm in a good place, so going to tomorrow, still have P3 for low fuel ahead of quali.
We heard you apologise on the radio for an incident with Doohan in FP1. Can you talk us through what happened in that moment?
From my side, the message from the team just came too late, so I couldn't get out of the way quick enough. It was more just apology for Alpine, but as a whole.
And looking ahead to the weekend, you're defending P7 in the Constructors' Championship. Where do you feel things stand at the moment in securing that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tricky. I think AlphaTauri seem to have extremely strong pace, both in low fuel and high fuel. But yeah, I think our high fuel pace is good to, at least good enough to challenge and make their life a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I feel like we need to find some pace on low fuel.